Army secures its first AAC championship with Bryson Daily's 4-touchdown performance leading the victory.
West Point, New York. Army's first-ever conference championship celebration took place at midfield, but Bryson Daily quickly made it clear that the Black Knights' focus was already on their next goal. "We're going after another trophy next week," Daily said.
Beat Navy.
The Black Knights, with Daily leading the charge, are poised to be a tough matchup for anyone, especially Navy. Daily rushed for 4 touchdowns to tie the American Athletic Conference Championship game record, powering number 24 Army to a 35-14 win over Tulane on Friday night. The victory capped a perfect first season for Army in the AAC, with Daily adding 126 yards on the ground. Kanye Udo contributed 158 yards, including a 72-yard run that set up one of Daily's scores. Army's ground game, a relentless, time-consuming attack, dominated the AAC throughout the season and continued its dominance in the championship.
This victory marked the Black Knights' first conference title in their 134-year history.
Having previously competed as an independent since its inception in 1890, Army's brief stint in Conference USA, 1998 to 2004, was its only other conference experience. Coach Jeff Monken has emphasized the importance of conference membership to secure a path to college football's expanded postseason. With one regular season game left, the most significant one, the Commander-in-Chief's Trophy matchup against Navy next Saturday, Army is determined to close the season on a high note. Daily's 4 rushing touchdowns brought his season total to 29, breaking the AAC record of 25 set by Navy's Woolworth in 2016. He also tied number 10 Boise State's Ashton Jeanty, a Heisman contender, for the most rushing touchdowns in the nation. The conference's Player of the Year and MVP of the championship game, Daily has rushed for multiple touchdowns in 10 consecutive games. Monken believes Daily deserves even more recognition, calling him the most valuable player in college football. "I don't know how anyone could argue against the Army quarterback, who's rushed for 100 yards in 10 straight games, on an 11-1 team that just won a conference title," Monken said. "There's no player in the country more valuable to his team than Bryson Daily." The 221-pound Texan ran for 126 yards on 25 carries in the title game, as Army converted 4 of 5 fourth downs. Daily scored touchdowns on runs of 5, 3, 4, and 7 yards.
Tulane's defense had no answer for him, said Tulane coach John Sumrall.
"Daily's like a linebacker carrying the football." Daily credited his offensive line for their dominance, especially after Tulane entered the game with a defensive scheme designed to stop Army's top-ranked rushing attack. The line was moving defenders 2 to 3 yards off the ball, and by the fourth quarter, it was 4 to 5 yards, Daily said.
"They played amazing, just like they have all year."
Army's offense, while straightforward, has been nearly impossible to stop, largely thanks to Daily. Despite missing one game due to injury, he's rushed for 1,480 yards this season, with one more regular season game to go. Monken hopes Daily will get the recognition he deserves and become the next Heisman winner from Army, joining legends like Felix Blanchard, Glenn Davis, and Pete Dawkins. "I don't have a vote, but Daily belongs in that conversation," Monken said.
"How often does an academy player have a real shot at the Heisman? This is that time."
Tulane, 9-4, struggled in its third consecutive AAC championship appearance, with quarterback Darian Mensah throwing 2 touchdown passes. The Green Wave's hopes of hosting the game were dashed after a Thanksgiving night loss to Memphis, snapping a 17-game conference winning streak.